Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome to our Week 1 T-Build episode in the TDL, the Third Dimension League, which is the new league on our channel. This week, we're up against Aquas, who's a pretty much got a relatively new YouTuber. His link is down in the description below. He does a couple of showdown battles, so definitely go check him out and show him a bit of support. I don't know if he's able to record this battle because this is a DS Wi-Fi league. I don't think I told you guys that, but it is DS. But we are up against Aquas and the Portland Greninjas. He's the coach of the Portland Greninjas, and his team is very, very scary. You should see a graphic up above me now, even if it's probably just something really basic because I'm hopeless at that sometimes. But just a quick graphic to show what his team is. I am going to read it out though. He's got Tapu Fini, Latios, which is highlighted because that is his Z captain. Heatran, Raikou, Breloom, Crocodile, Hitmonchan, Ditto, Sneasel, Crawdaunt, and finally Weezing. So that is his team. And he has got a very, very, very scary team. His original core of Tapu Fini, Latios, and Heatran is extremely difficult to beat and extremely difficult to team build against and figure out how to just take apart. Very few weaknesses. And then with the Breloom on top of that, who puts actually a fair bit of pressure on my team when I was going through it. It's a very tricky Fairy Steel Dragon core and Fire Water Grass core because he's got physical and special offense with those two cores, but he's also got a huge amount of bulk that can sponge hits against us. But we're going to give it a go and see if we can pick up the W this week. I'm not too confident going in here because the lack of a fire type on my team means it's very hard to kind of counter the Breloom. Now, as I said in my draft recap, I'm looking to get a fire type in free agency, and luckily enough, I am getting Rotom Heat for Medicham. I'm going to kind of spam that a little bit in a few of my videos over the next 2 weeks because the transaction takes place next week. But I just want to kind of get that out there for you guys because I'm not going to do a separate video for that because it's just no need for that. It's pretty simple why I'm getting it. I need a fire type. It's a good fire type. I'm getting it, and it's in free agency. So that's what happens. To my team though, right? So to my team, trying to counter what is going on here. Actually, let me just get the team and just put it over here so it's easier for me to read every once in a while. Scroll that down. Fantastic. Ray's team. I said, right, I'm going to have to look at how to beat his core. It's as simple as that. I may not have the best counters as some of the stuff he's going to be bringing, but I have but I have to figure out a way that I can kind of come in and deal with his core pretty effectively. And one thing I knew I had to bring was I was going to have to bring a solar panel, our Heliolisk, and the reason is because it's one of the best ways I have of dealing with the Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini can kind of come in and create set up taunts and do Nature's Madness, do this surf and all that kind of fun stuff. But with the dry skin, I do counter Tapu Fini's water type attacks, and then you might have to kind of go for Moonblast or the Nature's Madness. But I'm predicting it to be a bulky set, so you probably have the Nature's Madness. That's still annoying to deal with, I'm not going to lie, but look, it's something. It's something that'll help me deal with it, this Heliolisk, and it's just something that helps me hit it very super effectively. So I'm rocking out with Full Switch, Thunderbolt, Surf, and Dark Pulse. Thunderbolt basically hit the Tapu Fini as hard as possible, as well as possibly hit the Crawdaunt, because with Dry Skin, Crawdaunt's priority doesn't affect me. So this also hits the Crawdaunt exceptionally hard. Full Switch to give me some switch initiative. Surf to help me hit the Heatran hard. The incoming Crocodile sometimes if he's predicting a Thunderbolt. All that kind of fun stuff. And then I'm running Dark Pulse to deal with the Latios. I was thinking about Single Beam because he does have Sneasel, he does have Crawdaunt, and he does have Crocodile, but I was thinking if Croc comes in, or if I predict the Croc to come in, I'm going to go Surf, or I'm getting the hell out of there. If he, with regards to the Sneasel, I was like, I'll probably find a count. I have other counters to it because I'm going to be bringing extra stuff to kind of tackle this team. And with the Crawdaunt, I had Thunderbolt and Full Switch, so I didn't see the need to bring the Single Beam. So that's our solar panel set. Max speed, max attack, timid nature. Um, it's been a while since I had to sit down and build this team. I'm pretty much going to be running the max speed because he does have some fast threats, and I do want to be able to outspeed him. But I'm hoping to kind of hit things very, very hard with this, and very, very fast, as what the standard fast electric type does in this what's it called, in this format. And I then bring the life orb as well, because I'm assuming there is going to be times where I'm going to have to kind of like just um, change moves, especially if Heatran comes in and we hit the Thunderbolt and we kind of we get a good chunk of damage off, and I'm like, right, I can go for the Surf now and kill this thing, you know? So that's the plan with Hilo, is basically trying to hit some of his core a little bit hard, and give us a little bit of utility with some other moves. It's what's called, as I said, his team's very, very hard to beat, but I'm hoping Solar Panel can kind of dent a few of some of his core at the bare minimum. After that, I decided I'm going to be bringing Bubbles or Renuniclus. I'm going to bring this AV set, and I am not bringing that. Why did you go into that? Because that is not the set I am bringing. Bear with me now, folks. Bear with me, because this is knocking around here somewhere, I believe. Bubbles, here we go. Here's the set. Let me just copy and paste this over. Sorry about this now. I thought I had it. But what we have done in these previous team building episodes is that I do kind of tend to do some of this on the fly, which is a little bit peculiar, but that's the way it is. You're not 248. I'm sorry, you're 250. You're 252, aren't you? Yep, you're 252, and it's it's 66. That's it. And we're rocking out with the. Was I modest there? I was calm. Calm nature. We're rocking out with the calm nature. And actually, great thing about it is I can actually show you a few of the calcs as to why we're bringing this set. This thing, with the AV, the regenerator, and this moveset helps me kind of take sponge hits off the Heatran, sponge hits off the Tapu Fini, and sponge hits off the Latios. So just to kind of, as well the Raikou, but I was mainly kind of building this to deal with his core. Just a few calcs just to show you guys. OU Life Orb Attacker, let's just bring this guy down to level 50. Draco is a 3-hit KO, whereas a Shadow Ball is a guaranteed it's not a guaranteed 2-hit KO, but it's pretty good shot of being a 2-hit KO. And if he's Life Orb, he will probably die to Life Orb Recoil at that stage. So that's a huge help to us. Sorry, that is a huge help. To our team. Can I change the camera angle a wee bit? That's a bit better. But that is a huge help to us there. Just up against the standard Tapu Fini set, defensive. Let's just again bring this down to level 50 so we can see. Energy Ball kind of 1v1s this Tapu Fini, who can't really touch us. And then let's just say bring Heatran. I'm going to go OU Bulky. Like lava. Oh, let me bring this down to level 50 again. Hold on. Focus Blast does over half, and like that's with max speed. That's that max speed variant. If I was to bring, I don't know. Let's just say out of interest, we bring this set. We can still 1v1 this Heatran. So this kind of this set with the Reniculus has enough bulk to be able to take huge hits off the Latios, as well as be able to hit pretty decently hard with the Shadow Ball, the Energy Ball, and the Focus Blast. As well, a few of these moves deal a good bit of damage to the rest of his team. Like the Focus Blast does a huge number of Crook or whatever decides to come in and maybe Pursuit Trap me. The Shadow, the Psychic O-Calls the Weezing, because Weezing's weak on the especially defensive side. So I don't think that O-Calls, but it does enough to make to make Weezing's life a living hell. And also ruins Hitmonchan as well, which is fantastic because that's a spinner. Does a decent job this. Gotta be careful with predicting against Aquos' team, because he has so many dark types that can really kind of come in and hurt my Reniculus. So gotta be very careful about that. But we should be okay. I'm really happy with this set. I'm really happy we came up with this kind of calc. I think this thing will do work. Please, hopefully. So after that, I decided to bring Commander, our captain, our Z captain. But bring the choice scarf this week rather than the gosh diggity darn Z crystal, because I do anticipate the Latios having the Z crystal. Um, Either being Z crystal or scarf, one of the two. I expect the Z Crystal to help try and maybe break this Reniculus, because I do think he predicts the Reniculus to be a nuisance. So I do predict that. And if so, I want to make you adamant, because you're now outspeeding Mega Latios, or Latios anyways. So I kind of want to bring this track on to be able to speed a few things. Also outspeed Raikou, outspeed the Scarf Crook if it comes, outspeed the Sneasel. You kind of get the picture here, folks. Really does outspeed a lot of threats. Just with this variant and with this move set, it does deal an awful lot of damage. Like with the Stone Edge being stabbed, does a huge chunk of damage to a few other mons, just for stab really. We have Earthquake to help deal with the Raikou, and was there anything else? No, just the Raikou and Heatran. That's it. Raikou and Heatran. And that's another reason why I was bringing Terrakion, to help deal with Heatran, being able to threaten that out, all that kind of stuff. Especially if he brings one of those lure Heatrans with the Scarf. Having the Scarf Terrakion means, yeah, not today Heatran. Not today. Because I kind of do... The way I look at this team, I'm predicting a standard Tapu Fini set. Z Crystal or Scarf Latios. Maybe a strange Heatran set. I don't predict him bringing a standard Heatran set, so he might bring a Scarf set, and if so, I kind of want to be able to outspeed it, and close combat will kill it, OHKO it. And then I'm bringing the X-Scissor as well, just to be able to hit that Latios as hard as possible, be able to... I don't want to be in the case where I know I can outspeed the Latios and then the Stone Edge misses, I want to be able to kind of go in and say, right, we're clicking X-Scissor because it'll kill it, if you know what I mean. So that's the whole idea with this Terrakion. And hopefully it'll put in the finest to work for us. And this Scarf variant really does help us outspeed some of his other mons out there that can be a huge threat. So that is always nice. Happy days. After that, I'm bringing the Jelly Baby, our Tentacruel. I'm kind of a wee bit wary about rocks as well, because Heatran can set up rocks, the Crook can set up rocks, even though it's not a standard rocker. So I'm kind of a little bit wary about that. As well as Tentacruel can kind of come in and sit in front of that Heatran and just annoy that Heatran a lot. So I'm bringing Rapid Spin, Acid Spray, Scald, and Haze. Very standard Tentacruel set here. I want to be able to sponge the lava plumes, the Flash Cannons, potentially maybe an Earth Power, because he might bring Earth Power if he's bringing that offensive Heatran. Want to be able to kind of sponge all those hits. And be able to get like my Rapid Spins off, my Scalds off, all that kind of fun stuff, and just wear out that Heatran a little bit. I'm bringing Haze in case he decides to bring Calm Mind shenanigans. I can actually go in with Haze. And the other great thing about this Tentacruel with this set is that it's also another way to deal with the Tapu Fini. So we kind of have a couple of answers to be able to bring in and deal with a few of their core, like at this moment in time. We have the Reniculus and the Tentacruel that can kind of come in and hit hit their core, or just wear it out a little bit, and that's the whole plan. Just wear it out. Acid Spray is so good as well, because it just lowers the Speed F by 2, and if you get hit by an Acid Spray on the switch, all of a sudden you're like a -2 Speed F. I'm not going to take a hit very, very well. It gives you a little bit more initiative as to what the next play is going to be. So I'm very happy with this Tentacruel set. I think it's going to do a bit of work for us. Against this team. Just a matter of using it correctly and playing it safe. After that, I was kind of looking at the rest of his team, and I realised I needed to bring other counters to his mons, particularly Breloom. And this is where I kind of really felt the pinch about not having the fire type. I didn't have an answer to Breloom. Not a good one anyways. Technician Breloom with Bullet Seed, if he hits me like 5 times with Bullet Seed twice, this Clefable can't take the 2-hit KO. Despite this being like pretty much max HP, max physical defense, can't take those hits. Just not happening. So not the funnest, but it does OHKO with Moonblast. So that is a huge plus. It does OHKO with Moonblast. Just kind of looking at the set again, it was one of my answers to the Breloom. It's an answer to Crocodile. It's an answer to Crawdaunt, and it's an answer to Sneasel. So it definitely deals a lot of damage. I don't really have a way to deal with the wheezing, but I don't really plan on wanting to deal with wheezing with this guy. Really kind of relying on bubbles and solar panel to do that. And possibly the Tentacruel. I'm carrying knockoff because I do I can see him switching when we bring the Clefable. Like if it's Clefable versus Latios, I see him switching. So I no problem him doing that. I have no problem with that being forcing a few switches with this and knocking items off. Soft boiled for a bit of recovery. I have to make sure I can gen this soft boiled correctly, but if not, it might be Moonlight. But we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. And then Stealth Rocks, because I do really want Hazards on their side of the field. I don't see him bringing Hitmonchan because it is a little bit weak to my team, especially with the Rene Curious knocking around and a Tentacruel. But we'll see. It'd be nice to get a few rocks, and with Clefable knocking around too. So I am going to bring rocks because I do feel there's going to be an awful lot of switches in this game. So that is kind of the plan there with Clefable. And the Unaware also stops him from setting up. So happy about that. Very happy about that. My last Mon, I was really trying to find another way to deal with the Breloom. And a few of his other threats, it wasn't easy. But I kind of decided I'm going to bring Scoop the Heracross because, granted, Weezing was this and was my Terrakion. This thing can come in against the Breloom and deal with it. It can come in against a non-Scarf Raikou and deal with it. It can come in against a non-Scarf Latios and Mega Hornet. Has got the Bullet Seed for a little bit of coverage against the Tapu Fini. And with the Moxie as well, it can help me potentially clean up late game. And we're not even talking about the fact like he's got a huge amount of Dark types, and we have another Fighting type here to kind of bring in, start close combat and things, and just hurt them really, really hard. So bringing max speed, max attack, Jolly Nature, just be able to get as much speed as we can, and then with the Moxie boost, hopefully Pokemon will not be too happy with coming in against us, and we can kind of clean up late game. But that is the team that we're going to be bringing today, this week, you guys, and hopefully we pick up the W. So yeah, I'll wrap it up here today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please click that like button down below for me. If you guys have any comments on today's team, let me know in the comment section down below, and also let me know about our new transaction. Rotom Heat joined the team in week 2. Very happy about Rotom Heat joining the team. Very, very happy. Ecstatic, actually. It's going to, from my mind, it turns my draft from a C to a B minus. So very happy to have the Rotom Heat on the team. And as well, if you want to see more TDL videos coming your way on the channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button. And on that note, I'm going to get on up out of here, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.